what we see is that there's basically no record to speak of what people were doing culturally. And that has led a lot of scientists to assume that for all those tens of thousands of years and hundreds of generations, that people were essentially living nothing more than a subsistence, kind of hunter-gatherer existence, right? But what they haven't taken into account is the extremity of some of the global changes that have occurred in the interval that we humans have been here. Because what you'll hopefully begin to appreciate is that were some of these events of the scale and magnitude that have happened probably a dozen or more times in the 150 or 200,000 years that we've been here, were those events to occur today, 10,000 years from now, archaeologists would be sifting through the rubble looking for any kind of evidence that we had ever been here. Metal does not last long when exposed to the elements. There was an interesting series of shows a few years ago. I think it had to do with the idea of what if humans just suddenly departed? Mm-hmm. What if we took humans out of the equation? What would happen to all of the infrastructure left behind? Just under normal kind of gradualistic change that we're used to within the last few centuries. The upshot of it is that 10,000 years from now, it's pretty much gone. If you look at the great buildings that make up all the metropolitan areas now of the world, most of them are steel frame structures, and they're clothed in a skin that will keep the elements out maybe for a half a century. But without maintenance, that the Golden Gate Bridge up in San Francisco is constantly undergoing maintenance, because if you stop maintaining it, immediately it starts decaying. Immediately it starts rusting. And interesting, if you think about if humans left the planet 10,000 years from now, some interstellar anthropologists arrive, what would they see that would indicate that we had been here? What do you think would still be left after 10,000 years? There's actually two things that they named in this particular program. I bet you can guess one of them.
Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore. Good guess. Yes, that's one of them. And, of course, the Great Pyramid would be the other one. And that's it. Everything else is gone.
Wow.
Now, when you now begin to factor in the thing that I've been basically working with is the idea that we have these intermittent, I call them nonlinearities, discontinuities within the normal orderly progression of things, the catastrophes, if you will. Superimpose a few of those in the process, and basically 5,000, 10,000 years from now, you're not going to find much to show that we had been here.